Hey everybody, welcome back to my bench. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a stalled project, why it's a stalled project, and what I'm going to do to motivate myself to get back on it. So if you want to see that and more, make sure you stay tuned. Hello BSC family and welcome back to my bench. So today I'm going to do hopefully a quick video on a stalled project that has frustrated me quite a bit. The problem I'm having with it's not so much of a problem, but it's a very tedious part of the build and it's deterring me from wanting to get back on it. So I figured here in the new year, and speaking of the new year, Happy New Year's to every one of you. Now, if you're a subscriber, thank you very much for getting me to 1437. It's very much appreciated. I love each and every one of you. Now, if you're not a subscriber, hey, could you please hit that subscribe button for me and hit that bell notification and make sure it's turned on to all notifications so you don't miss out on anything. And if you're not following me on my Instagram and my Facebook group, the links for them are down below. So now that we got that out of the way, this project that I've got a few videos on it, and you can easily find that in my playlists or just in my videos in general. But I've got most of it done, but it's the paint job that has really put me off. Now, thank God that its mate does not have the same paint job. And out of 4 trucks, this is the only one that's going to be this much of a pain in the ass. So let me show you what truck it is and what I'm going to do to help motivate me to get that paint job done. So I'm going to spin you around. Don't get sick. Give me a second. I'll show you what it is. Okay, so the truck that has really deterred me from finishing it is this. Now, see if you can guess what it is. Now, let me know in the comments if you guessed it right before I tell you what it is. So here, we've got the cab. Now, the cab's pretty much done. It's fairly plain Jane inside, flat black. I've got the dash done. I just got to glue it in. I got to do some detail painting on the firewall, and that's pretty much it for this, the dash, steering wheel. So that's pretty much done. As far as the chassis, here's the chassis. Now the chassis again is pretty much done, other than a few things that's got to be done to it once the interior is in and the cab and all of that has been put on. Then I can finish that up, the air cleaners and air tubes, the turbos, the exhaust, things like that. I need the cab on before that can all be finished. But it's pretty much done, and most of the parts are painted, ready to go. All right. And there's things like the fan shroud that needs to go on, nothing major. But the chassis is, at this point, pretty much done. It's been weathered a little bit. I got some grease stains, things like that. The stuff I'm keeping it fairly showy, as you may say. It's clean, used, but clean, So let me know, have you guessed what truck it is yet? And what paint job has frustrated the hell out of me? Well, here we go. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put that over there. So the truck and the paint job that is just frustrating the hell out of me and is a lot of work is the Super Boss. Now, this here is a very complicated paint job, okay? Especially the way they did the decals, okay? It makes it even worse, really. So here, this kind of came with it. It's a little box that you can build. I don't know, some sort of keepsake kind of thing. But anyways, as you can see on the paint job, there is red, dark blue, white, and baby blue. Okay, see if I can zoom in on this section here. You can see how intricate all of that is. Like the red is everywhere, the dark blue, the light blue stripes, the wings the same way, the front wings, the front hood wing. Like it's everywhere like that. Okay. Not to mention just the normal decals that have to go on. But let me show you what I mean by how the decals make it harder to actually build this truck. Okay. So as you can see, I've got all the blue done on this, the dark blue anyways. It's already painted white. It's dusty because it has been sitting around because I'm just having a hard time getting back to it. So you got 3 parts, okay? Hood, cab, and tail section, if you want to call it that. So all the blue is done, the dark blue, okay? Light blue is done on the inside, so that's not a big deal. This was all paint. The dark blue and white is all paint. Okay, this is still masked off. Hopefully nothing's wrecked because the tape's been sitting there for so long. And it's somewhat sanded to get rid of some of the texture. Right, this thing is very dirty, so it'll have to be washed, so I'll have to remask it. But here I've started doing the red. Okay, now, first thing that was causing a lot of problems is I was using junk garbage tape, and you've probably seen this in some of my recent videos. Do not use Amazon tape. Get the good stuff. It's worth spending the extra money for the good masking tape. Now, with that being said, I also started painting some of this with Createx. Now, unfortunately for me, I can't get that crap to work worth nothing. I've tried their formulas. I've tried other people's formulas that have success with the paint. I can't get it to work. Maybe it's my climate. I don't know. So that's caused a bunch of problems right off the bat. I don't know if you can see this. You can see peeling everywhere from the clear coat that I used, and it's the Createx clear coat. It's hard to see on the white, but there's a lot of peeling on the white. Up in the corner here, you can see the peeling. All right, this whole section is peeled off all the way up and around. So that kind of frustrated me because I was fighting the hell out of that Createx paint. So I have to try and deal with that. And I think the only way I can deal with that is that I hope for the best, and I use a 2K clear and give this a 1 coat of 2K clear. Seal it completely. Now, the other thing is this red. As you saw, it's got all these little intricate shapes and everything in here, the scallops that's in here, okay? And that goes all the way across the bottom of the truck. Then there's a stripe in here, things like that. But you're probably wondering why I stopped the red paint here. Yeah, let me show you. And this is where the decals make this paint job even harder. Smarten up, AMT. Here is the decal sheet. Okay, now it's just so big, it's hard to fit in here. Now, as you see, there's no dark blue. So all the dark blue on the truck has to be painted. All the light blue on the truck are decals, which is fine. The red, on the other hand, the red is half decals and half paint. Yeah, exactly. Pain in the ass, right? Not only do you have to try and match that color of red that you paint on to the color of red of the decals, for the simple fact that this one here, this decal, this one up here, okay, and this one, depending on which one you use, there's these ones here that have the states in them, or the countries in them, I should say, and then the ones that don't. And they also have different sponsors on the doors. But anyways, you see how it's got a bit of a hump right here, right? That has to touch and match up with the red on the fender. Okay, like I was showing right here. See how the scallops on the red on the fender touch the decal on the hood? Yeah. So not only do you have to try and make sure that you go far enough with the red so that when you put the decal on, it looks proper. You also have to match this color of red paint to the decal. So, needless to say, yeah, this is quite the intricate paint job. And yeah, it was just with all the problems that I was having with the clear coat, the Createx paint, all that stuff. Yeah, I got frustrated and, you know, I set it aside. I was hoping for only like a week or whatever, but, you know, that's the way it goes. It's been a few months now. And as you see, like the scallops on the front, I've got them drawn out, but there's scallops on the back fender as well. So I have to mask all of that, paint it. Same thing with down here on the side. You know, you can see some lines that I've marked off that have to be painted. And all those curves and compound curves and everything have to be masked off, you know, so that I can paint it. So I'm thinking to get me back motivated into finishing this truck off, I'm going to do another kit. And let me show you what that kit is. Okay. Like I said, it's the mate to this truck. Give me a second and I'll bring that kit out and I'll show you what it is. Okay. So here is the mate to the Super Boss truck. Okay. This is the Papa truck, still Tyrone Malone, right? But this is the truck that hauls the Super Boss. As you can see right here, you got the Papa truck and then the Super Boss, okay? This here is the decal sheet for it. And as you can see, there is no crazy paint job on this thing. Everything is white and you put the decals on. That's it. So my thinking is if I do this, right? If I do this truck, it'll help motivate me to work on the Super Boss, get it done so that I can put it on the back of this truck. Because having this one sit on the shelf by itself, yeah, it looks good, but it needs its mate, right? And that'll kind of push me and motivate me to get that Super Boss paint job done. And as you see, there's not much. Once I get the red paint done, I can put all the decals on and I can do the final touches. That's it. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you think there's a better way to do the masking, to do the red paint on the truck. Take a look at the truck and let me know if I've got all my lines and masking markings in the right areas. Tell me what you think of the frame. Let me know if I should add some more hosing, wiring, anything like that to help detail that. But you got to remember it's going to be covered. So, you know, most of that detail is for you guys to see in the video, but once it's done, it's only my knowledge that it's there, right? But let me know in the comments below. Let me know if the color of the engine is the right color. I do believe it is from the pictures I've seen, so take a look at that. Do some of your own research. Let me know in the comments. If you have any questions or comments on this truck or the Papa truck or anything else, please leave them down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, make sure it's turned on to all notifications so you don't miss out. Give me a follow on my Instagram and my Facebook group. Links for them are down in the description. And if you want to help out the channel in any way, I do have a PayPal me link down below as well. Also, please watch the entire videos. That helps out my algorithms a lot. My average view duration now for most videos is roughly 3 minutes per video, and my videos average 15 to 20 minutes. And that's kind of hurting the channel a lot that it's not being watched. Too many are skipping through. So I ask, at least watch half the video, that'll help out a lot. Give a thumbs up, that helps. Share the videos. That helps out a lot. I'm going to double check to see if I've done an unboxing of this truck. I don't think I have, but I'm going to double check. So with all that being said, no matter what you're doing or what frustrates you, find the motivation to do something and do it your way. And until next time, later.